When two people think about each other deeply, something unusual starts happening. It is not just imagination or random thought patterns. It feels like a silent conversation taking place without words. Our hearts and minds often sense connections that logic alone cannot explain. When you notice these signs, it means your mind and spirit are in sync with someone else's, even if you are miles apart. The first sign is when you suddenly feel a calmness or warmth without any reason. You might be going through stress, yet a strange comfort surrounds you, as if someone is standing beside you. This isn't just a coincidence. It is often a reflection of another person holding you in their thoughts, sending you strength without even knowing it. The human heart is capable of transmitting emotions silently, and when two people share such a bond, they end up becoming each other's shield in times of chaos. The second sign appears when you catch yourself smiling out of nowhere. You weren't thinking of anything in particular, but joy rises within. That glow is not random. It could be the echo of someone else thinking warmly about you. When two souls align, emotions mirror each other. Their happiness reaches you just as your silent smile might travel back to them. It's like a secret exchange where both sides give and receive without a spoken word. The third sign comes when you dream of each other at the same time. Dreams are often reflections of our subconscious. When you appear in each other's dreams, it's as if both of you are walking in the same hidden space that only the two of you share. Waking up from such a dream leaves you with a sense of closeness, like you just met the person in another world. That's not just your imagination. It's the bond revealing itself in the quiet corners of your sleep. The fourth sign is when you sense their presence even in their absence. Maybe you are walking through a crowded street and suddenly you feel as if they are near. You look around, but they are not there. Still, something tells you that their energy is close. This sensation usually appears when both are thinking of each other at the same moment. It's like your inner compass is being pulled toward them. The fifth sign often shows up in the form of repeated synchronicities. You see their name written somewhere, hear a song that reminds you of them, or receive a message right when you were thinking about them. These are not accidents. They are signals that both of you are tuned into the same frequency. The universe seems to create pathways that connect your minds when your thoughts overlap. The sixth sign is silence that speaks louder than words. Imagine sitting quietly, and suddenly a thought of them arises with clarity. You hear their laughter in your head or recall a line they once said. This isn't forced memory. It's like their thoughts have touched yours. That deep connection doesn't require constant communication. Even in silence, both of you stay linked. The seventh sign is emotional alignment. For example, you suddenly feel sadness without a reason, only to later find out that they were going through something difficult at that exact time. Or you feel joy at the same moment they experience something uplifting. This alignment is rare but powerful. It shows that your hearts have created a bridge where emotions travel back and forth naturally. The eighth sign shows up as an urge to reach out. You suddenly feel like sending a message or calling them, and when you do, they say, "I was just about to contact you." That moment is proof of shared thought. When two people constantly appear in each other's minds, actions begin to align as well. This is when destiny and choice quietly shake hands. The ninth sign is the sense of time slowing down when you are reminded of them. Ordinary moments suddenly become extraordinary. A small object, a random sound, or even a faint memory makes you pause as if the world is telling you to notice something deeper. This experience means your thoughts are already intertwining with theirs, and the universe highlights it in subtle ways. The 10th and most powerful sign is inner growth. When you both are genuinely thinking about each other, it inspires you to be better. You suddenly want to improve, not for recognition, but because you know someone out there carries you in their mind. That unspoken encouragement pushes you forward, giving your life a purpose beyond yourself. Thinking of each other becomes fuel, transforming ordinary days into extraordinary journeys. What makes these signs special is that they are not bound by distance, time, or circumstance. They show us that thought itself is a bridge connecting hearts. When you share this connection, you don't need constant words or presence to know you matter. You feel it in your bones, in your silences, in your unexpected smiles. It is as if the universe itself whispers to you, reminding you that someone else is holding you in their thoughts just as you are holding them in yours. This kind of connection is not about possession or control. It's about resonance. It is when your soul recognizes another soul and begins to mirror it. And the beauty of it is that even if you cannot explain it, you can feel it. These 10 signs are more than just signals. They are reminders that human hearts are more powerful than we imagine. They can reach across distances, they can influence emotions, and they can build unseen bridges. So when you notice these signs, don't dismiss them. Pay attention. It means you are not walking alone in your thoughts. It means someone out there is walking with you in spirit, silently echoing your emotions, silently holding you in their mind. And sometimes that quiet recognition is the strongest form of connection we can ever experience. Life often surprises us when we realize that someone is thinking about us at the very moment we are thinking of them. It feels almost magical, yet it's rooted in something deeply human. The way minds and hearts align, when this happens, it's more than coincidence. It's a reflection of a bond that exists beyond physical presence. Let's walk through how such moments shape our days and why they hold such profound meaning. One powerful sign is the sudden burst of energy. Imagine you were feeling tired and unmotivated, and then without any reason, you feel lighter, more awake, and even hopeful. This is not always because of external circumstances. Sometimes it's the silent encouragement traveling from the thoughts of someone who cares for you. When two people are tuned into each other, one person's positive energy has the power to reach and lift the other. Another sign is the sensation of hearing their voice in your mind. You may be walking, working, or simply sitting quietly, and suddenly their words echo in your head, words they once said or words they might say. This is not mere memory. It often happens when both are thinking of each other at the same time. It's like a subtle reminder that the connection is alive, reminding you that distance cannot erase presence. A third sign comes in the form of timing. The moment you think about them, your phone lights up with their name, or you write a message only to find that they have already written one for you. Such timing feels too precise to call an accident. It is the universe's way of showing that your thoughts are already synchronized. This is the language of alignment that only two connected minds can speak. Another sign is the weight of silence. Silence is often misunderstood, but when two people are in each other's thoughts, silence becomes meaningful. You don't always need to talk endlessly. Sometimes you feel the presence of the other even when words are absent. That quietness speaks volumes, assuring you that you are still remembered, still valued. Then there is the unexplainable sense of peace. Life is full of uncertainty, and the future often looks unclear. Yet, when someone is thinking about you with genuine care, you feel a sudden confidence in your path. It's as if their silent belief in you strengthens your own belief in yourself. Without saying a word, they give you courage. That is what happens when minds meet in thought. It plants seeds of peace. Another sign is the pull toward reflection. You might find yourself daydreaming, replaying past moments, or imagining future conversations. This reflection doesn't happen randomly. It occurs because somewhere the other person is traveling through similar thoughts. Both of you are revisiting memories or building unspoken plans at the same time, unknowingly sharing mental space. A different sign comes with emotional waves. Sometimes you sense their joy even when you haven't spoken in days. At other times, you feel a quiet heaviness without knowing why, only to discover later that they were going through a challenge. This is not imagination, it's resonance. Emotions can travel across invisible bridges when hearts are connected deeply. Another fascinating sign is when your growth mirrors theirs. You begin to make better choices, build stronger habits, and nurture greater patience, almost as if guided by an unseen hand. When two people think of each other often, their progress becomes linked. One's determination silently inspires the other to rise higher. Without a spoken agreement, both begin to evolve together. Then there is the awareness of their presence in small details. A book, a place, a fragrance, or even a passing phrase suddenly reminds you of them. These reminders are more than simple triggers. They are the footprints of shared thought. It means they are living not only in your memory, but also in your present moments. And more often than not, you are living in theirs too. Finally, the most meaningful sign is hope. Thinking of each other does not always solve every problem, nor does it guarantee a smooth journey. But it creates hope, and hope itself is powerful. It tells you that you are not forgotten, that somewhere out there another soul is echoing your emotions. That invisible assurance often becomes the strength you need to move forward, to keep believing, and to keep growing. These signs remind us that human connection is not just physical, it's emotional, mental, and sometimes even spiritual. You don't have to always speak or meet to be connected. Thoughts have a way of weaving invisible threads between hearts, creating an unseen network where encouragement, comfort, and inspiration travel silently. When you realize that someone is thinking of you just as you are thinking of them, don't treat it as chance. Embrace it. It means you matter. It means that your existence is making someone else's life richer, even when you don't see it directly. That realization itself is a gift. And perhaps the greatest lesson here is this: true connections are not measured by how much you talk or how often you meet. They are measured by how deeply you carry each other in your thoughts. When you think of each other in ways that create strength, peace, and growth, you are already building something timeless. So, the next time you smile for no reason, hear their voice in your mind, or feel an unexplainable calmness, remember, it may not be random at all. It may be the reflection of another heart thinking of you at the very same moment. And in that silent exchange, life becomes more meaningful, more connected, and more beautiful. There are moments in life when you pause, look around, and feel as if someone is walking beside you even though they are not physically there. That sensation, that invisible closeness, is often born when two people hold each other in their thoughts. Thinking of each other creates a current that travels silently, shaping emotions and experiences in ways we cannot always explain. One of the most powerful signs in this journey is intuition. You simply know when they are thinking of you. Without a call, without a message, your heart whispers that they are near in spirit. And when you later hear from them, you realize your intuition was right. This is not mere imagination. It is the invisible connection that comes alive when thoughts meet across distance. Another sign is the way your mood shifts suddenly. You may be carrying worry, but out of nowhere, calmness surrounds you. Or you may be feeling dull, but suddenly a spark of joy lifts your spirit. These shifts often happen when someone is holding you in their mind with warmth. Thoughts are energy, and when they are sincere, they reach you, quietly transforming your state of being. A third sign appears when time seems to bend around shared thoughts. You may not have spoken in weeks, yet the moment you reconnect, it feels as though no time has passed at all. This happens because thoughts keep the bond alive even when physical communication is absent. The flow of time does not weaken such connections. It only reminds you that presence exists beyond hours and days. The fourth sign is dreams that feel real. Sometimes you see them in your sleep, and it feels more vivid than ordinary dreams. You wake up with a sense of comfort, as though you truly met them somewhere. These dreams often occur when both are thinking of each other deeply, and the subconscious creates a meeting point beyond the waking world. Another sign is when you experience synchronicities that draw you closer. You may hear a phrase they once used, stumble across a place you both talked about, or even see a number that holds meaning for both of you. These patterns are not accidents. They are signals that your thoughts are aligned. The universe often echoes what two minds are already creating together. The sixth sign is the sudden urge to reach out. You might be busy, yet a strong pull tells you to send a message or make a call. And when you do, you hear the words, "I was just thinking about you." This moment reveals the depth of shared thought. It shows that your actions are being guided by the very connection you both silently nurture. Another sign comes in the form of inner growth. When someone is consistently in your thoughts and you in theirs, You begin to feel motivated to be a better version of yourself. It is not about impressing them. It's about rising to the level of the connection you share. Their silent encouragement travels through thought, inspiring you to build strength, patience, and kindness in your own life. The eighth sign is the comfort you feel in solitude. Normally, being alone may feel heavy, but when someone is holding you in their thoughts, solitude feels different. You don't feel lonely, you feel accompanied, as though your spirit knows that you are not forgotten. This invisible companionship makes life's quiet moments rich and meaningful. The ninth sign is empathy that goes beyond logic. You sense when they are struggling even if they haven't said a word. At times, you carry their joy as if it is your own. This is not because you are imagining it. It's because deep thought creates a bridge where emotions travel freely. That bridge makes their happiness yours and their pain yours too, reminding you that true connection is about sharing not only light but also burden. Finally, the 10th sign is transformation. When you both think of each other often, life changes in subtle yet powerful ways. Decisions become clearer, courage becomes stronger, and even obstacles feel lighter. This is because you are no longer moving through life alone. You are carrying and being carried at the same time. Such mutual thought creates an unseen strength that pushes both of you forward. What makes all of this extraordinary is that it does not depend on constant presence. You don't have to speak every day, and you don't have to explain everything. The thoughts themselves become the language. They create reassurance, connection, and trust beyond words. These signs teach us something important. Human connection is not limited by distance or silence. It is not even limited by time. When two people think of each other sincerely, they create something larger than themselves. They create a force that gives meaning, direction, and peace. And perhaps the greatest beauty of all is that this kind of connection is quiet. It does not seek attention. It does not demand proof. And it does not fade when tested by distance. It simply flows through intuition, through dreams, through sudden calmness and unexpected smiles. So when you recognize these signs in your life, cherish them. They are reminders that you are living not only for yourself, but also in the heart of another. They remind you that somewhere at the very same moment, someone is thinking of you just as you are thinking of them. That silent exchange is one of the purest gifts life can give. And in those quiet moments when the world feels heavy or when joy feels overwhelming, remember this: you are not walking your path alone. Thoughts are carrying you, lifting you, and walking with you. Sometimes the deepest connections need no words. They only need two hearts thinking of each other at the same time.